this case. Qadir, like for example, Qadir, 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 Qadir. But if I'm going to make it continuous, for example, Qadirun, 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 Qadirun. Can you sense now the difference between the two? Okay. And now let's go to the case where that the letter before it is maftuh or madmum. So this is, I do not have the examples here. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman here is what?
It is
Fatha. Yes. Any example? Any other examples? It is Ar-Rahman. Yes, that's right. Ar-Rahman. It is Ar-Ra, Ar-Ra, Ar-Rahman. But here, Ar-Rahman. Okay, this is
like Murshid.
This is right.
Like Murshid.
This is right. This example. Who said this example?
We have light, then we can say Siraj.
Nobody. Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. This is heavy or light? Ar-Rahman. Why? What is the reason? Fatha on what? So this is actually, yes, on Ra itself. The previous one, not in this one.
Murshid, like it could be Murshid over here.
Should be what?
Siraja. Not Siraja. Ra. Murshid.
Murshid, yes, that's right. Yes, Murshid. Like meme, as you said, Murshid. Meme, for example, and we have Dhamma above it. So in this case, Ra is Sakina, and after that we say, or this word in this, we say Murshid. Murshida. This is Madmoon, which is Mim, Mu, and then Ra is Sakina. So Murshid. 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 So this is the case of the waw, of the Dhamma and Fatha on the previous letter of Ra is Sakin. Okay. We have. We cannot go outside this one.
Oh, cross sign over there. And
Everything disappeared. Anyway, I think that because of the timing, we have to go to the examples. Okay? And after that, inshallah, we are going, next time, we are going to give more examples about this. I mean, here examples mean practicing, because we are running out of time. Inshallah, next time, I'm going to talk about the exceptions for each case and the remaining parts. Okay. Okay, so inshallah next time we're going to have the remaining, just I want you to read it and in detail inshallah. But I want you to remember that the main things in Ra, ruling with the Ra, is the main chart that we have explained. And then these exceptions by default they are going to be known by you if you are practicing. Okay? So inshallah, if you put this diagram or chart in your mind, then it will be easy for you.
Professor, in the exceptional cases at the last, we have one udur. But on zal, it's not sukoon here.
Yes.
So how can we include this one into this example?
This why? Because here look at the haraka of the previous letter. Previous of the previous. The exceptions here actually comes from, look here, فَأَسْرِ يَسْرِ وَنُذُرِ. The main exception comes from one letter which is omitted from this word. In Qur'an, we have some words that is, some letters have been deleted or omitted. Okay? These letters actually, they are so heavy on the letters before and after. So in this case, okay, if we're talking about وَنُذُرْ فَأَسْرْ وَيَسْرْ, here we are talking about ya at the end of the word, which is yes, mean that yasri, it should be yasri. So we removed it, okay, or it has been removed. So the word itself stayed as there is one ra that is sakina, and before it there is one letter which is sakin, and before it there is ya. So even that the ya, if we're going to apply the rule, this ya it has fatha. It should be in this case heavy, right? But actually, as I said to you, the reason is something else. In these words, the reason is something else. Okay? That there is ya here, which is deleted, and this one also it has been deleted. Wanudhuri, the same. There is something here. Wanudhuri. Wanudhuri. Okay? So actually, there are some, especially in Tajweed, there are some issues which is related to not to the Tajweed directly, but it's related to the linguistic of the linguistics of the Arabic language in general. So whenever you understand it, you will find that by default you are saying something, but whenever it comes with the ruling, you will find the ruling doesn't work with it. Okay? Sometimes it is not the dominant case, but in some cases we can face something like this. Okay. And the exceptions,
please continue.
okay. And the exceptions, inshallah, I'm going to talk about it in detail next time. But I do not want you to be bothered with it or to be confused with it. Just keep in your mind there are some exceptions with some wordings. Okay. Remember the words, and you will find if you remember the words how to pronounce, then you can forget the ruling, because it's a bit complicated, I know, for some people to know. Okay? So inshallah next time I'm going to give to you how to remember these words easily, and then you can practice with it.
Professor, these three last exceptional cases, wanuzur, fa'asr, and yasr, all the preceding letters, they are mad tabi'i.
Mad tabi'i.
Ya, it will be mad tabi'i.
Yes, that's
So
right.
because of that, they are light.
Yes, that's right. You mean the ya itself? Yes, that's right. If you want to say that there is one mad tabi'i after them, but it has been cancelled or deleted, yes, it is right. Okay, let's have practicing something, and then we can, inshallah.
The Isha prayer timing has been changed
To what?
to 9:30.
9:30? Okay.
That's
We can
okay, Professor.
practice.
We can do it afterwards.
So from next week, maybe we can make
Yeah,
class
we want to adjust this the
Okay.
time.
8:15.
I didn't try something.
I after
This is, I think it's okay. You don't have a kind of Qur'an mushaf?
Professor, what do you exactly want?
I want the last parts of the Quran, last surahs of the Quran. It's not. Can we enlarge it?
The first tab over here.
This one?
This one, yes.
This one?
This is going to be easy.
But it's going to. Yes. Next time I can send
Okay.
you a video that we want to.
Maybe you can maximize it. Control plus. Control plus.
So let's practice inshallah. Wallahu ahad. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
قل هو الله أحد.
قل هو الله أحد.
قل هو الله أحد.
قل هو الله أحد.
Okay, here Allah is what? Heavy or light?
Heavy.
Why? What is the reason?
Allah.
قل هو الله. So wow, it is fatha. So in this case, Allah should be heavy. Okay. الله الصمد.
الله الصمد.
الله الصمد.
الله الصمد.
So Allah here is what?
Heavy.
Why? Starting with. Okay. لم يلد ولم يولد.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
What is the dal here?
Qalqala.
القلم. Why? What is the reason? It is sukoon. Which case of qalqala?
Weak.
Weak or medium or
Medium.
Huh? Who says something? Say what? What is the reason?
Because it is end of this word. That's why.
Medium.
In the end, it's middle.
So in the end, at the end it will be
Medium.
It stands for medium.
yes. Okay,
Not
so
mushadad.
that's right. Whenever it is at the end of the word, so it will be medium. If it's inside the word, it will be
Weak.
Light.
weak. Okay, and if it's at the end of the word and mushaddada, it should be strong. Okay. What is here also? Yulad,
Medium.
the same. Okay, so it should be echoing. We should make a kind of echo. لم يلد ولم يولد.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
لم يلد
لم يلد
ولم يولد.
ولم يولد.
The.
Try to make echoing. It's different than English. Okay, it should be echoing here. لم يلد ولم يولد.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
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 كفوا أحد.
كفوا أحد.
What is that here is what?
Qalqala.
قلقلة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر.
إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر.
إنا what is the meaning of إنا?
Ghunna.
غنة. Two beats, right? إنا أنزلناه. مفخمة ولا مرققة؟
What?
Murakkab.
إنا
Now,
Murakkab.
مرققة. Why?
Noon
because
is
noon
light.
is light. Noon is from the
Istifal.
istifa, letters of istifa.
The following is like previous. We have to see
We have
No,
to
no.
see following.
So you are asking about? Sorry.
Yeah.
Ghunna is light.
No, I'm confused. You are inna or anzalna? You are asking?
I said إنا, not أنزلنا. So
We
إنا.
have to see following.
This is still he is under the following letter or preceding letter.
preceding.
Really?
Of all the letters.
Sure. Yes. Following that.
Following.
This is إنا نون المشددة. It should have
Ghunna.
غنة, right? This غنة for نون or mim مشددة only. What we have said what we have said it was for what? غنة for what? إخفاء حقيقي. Right? إخفاء حقيقي. It is for this special case. Whenever that we have نون ساكنة or تنوين, there is غنة with the نون الساكنة and تنوين. But this is not نون ساكنة or تنوين. This is غنة related to نون مشددة. Okay? We didn't say it is مفخمة or مرققة. We say إن.
I thought you were asking about the alif mad. Asking about alif mad, it would be either light or heavy. Inna, it would be
okay,
inna
so
or
if you want, okay, I accept it. So what do you think about alif mad here? Inna,
Light.
why?
because the noon is from like yes.
Okay, because here actually noon from حروف استفال or استعلاء.
Istifal.
In alif, in general, we look to the previous letter or the next letter.
Previous light.
Previous letter, like قال. Okay, as we said. So in this case, here it is preceded by noon, right? Noon from حروف
Istifal.
الاستفال. Okay, so we should say inna. We do not say inna. It is wrong. We should say inna.
Professor, this thing needs to be clarified more because this is the very basic problem of, especially in Pakistan.
Okay.
So in general, we like whenever there is alif mad, we always read it heavy.
Inna.
Like,
Yes.
so
This is very important.
This
Okay.
needs clarification, more clarification from your side with some examples, how to open
Okay.
our mouth and where should
Okay.
our tongue. Maybe you can take time, no problem. We can make our jamaat by ourselves.
Okay, so anyway, that's good that you highlight what is the common mistake in your language. But as I said, if you put this ruling in your mind, there is whenever we have alif mad, and before it there is heavy letter, then it should be heavy. Before it there is light letter, then it should be light. And what is the meaning of heavy and light? As we said, the back part of the tongue should be, in the case of heaviness, it should be, yes, rises up. And if it is light, it should be down. So here it should be inna. Inna. Commonly what you say it here? Inna. Yes, this is wrong. Take care of this. So whenever you, for example, practice it in the salah, for example, start with inna anzalna. Inna anzalna. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر. Okay, لام in ليلة here. It is مفخمة or مرققة?
Light.
Light or heavy? لام in ليلة.
Light.
Light.
Light or heavy?
Light.
Why? Why it is light?
Because not
Because
It is from?
light.
Yes, that's right. Now you can start it. Layla, it is not heavy or light here like Allah. Allah is a special case. So we say sometimes it is heavy and sometimes it is light. But Layla, I didn't say anything about Layla. Or any word that it has lam, it's okay, no problem. The exception only in the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Layla, lam here is light because it's from the light letters. Okay? Laylatul Qadri. Al-Qadri. Al-Qadri. Is there any kind of qalqala here?
Dal.
Dal or qaf?
Dal.
Dal. Qaf from huruf al-qalqala or not? Yes. But why we didn't make qalqala?
Haraka.
There is what?
Haraka.
Yes, fatha. But the dal from huruf al-qalqala and it is? Yes, it has a sukoon over it. So there is qalqala there. Al-Qadri. Al-Ra here. Heavy or light? Al-Qadr. Huh?
Light.
Why?
Heavy.
Heavy or light? Remember the ruling. Remember the diagram. Heavy or light? What is the reason?
It's called qaf.
Yes, that's very nice. Qaf is fatha. That itself it is sakina. If we're going to stop at the ra, ra is sakina. Then we're going to look to the previous letter. We found that dal is sakina. So we're going to look to the previous letter. We found qaf, it is fatha, maftuha. Then in this case ra is what? Yes. So it should be al-qadr. 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 Okay, what